Right, lads, you're expecting you both. You're obeying the instructions all the time. So I take a break, you both break clean. Touch gloves, all the best.
Maybe the fight on this magnificent 7 card, which has had most debating, plenty of needle and uncertainty ahead of this. A quiet prayer in the blue corner for the 31-year-old Ezra Taylor, representing Nottingham. 14th fight. He's had a t-shirt all week saying 14-0. Will it be? Or will Willy Hutchinson surprise him like that with a sharp left hand? He's clever. He looked really good last time out. He's guided by Shelley Finkel, and he's settling well here.
Yeah, very confident, isn't he? Slipping and sliding. Look at that left hook inside. The jab manages fights really well, but at a lower level than this.
Body shot from Ezra Taylor early. Has got that lovely jab, cameos of class that we've seen. But Hutchinson is very good when he wants to be. He was a brilliant amateur as he switches it up, Cole.
Yeah, and this is going to be something that Taylor hasn't really seen too much of in terms of Willy's flamboyance and where he throws his shots from and his, you know, his switch hitting and stuff. But it'll be a difficult night for Ezra, but he'll be happy enough with the first minute or so anyway.
I tell you what, it's another lively first minute or so.
He just rises ever so slightly. You can't afford to do that with someone like Taylor. As I say, carries power in both hands.
Didn't have the amateur pedigree of Hutchinson, but he looks a big, strong, light heavyweight. And I think that formation, that bond with Malik Scott's been a good one. Malik is such a knowledgeable man in boxing and a good mentor as well as a trainer.
Such a sharp counter puncher, isn't he, Willy Hutchinson? I think pace is going to be very important here. Someone needs to establish.
Just out of range with the jab. There's the feet of Willy Hutchinson. Right hand got close. You're right about that defense, Darren, and just making sure the chin sticks down, because he's got all the tricks, Hutchinson, but again, he needs to put it together.
Yeah, that chin, it does worry me. He relies on his reactions, but sometimes if you switch off for a second, you can be caught. So it's good to be more well-rounded with your defense, your feet, your hands.
It's a really good match, isn't it, Cole?
Yeah, it is. It is a really good match. We've got a guy who's wanting to get wanting to improve the level of opposition in Ezra Taylor, and Willy Hutchinson, who's probably looking at Ezra Taylor saying, I've fought and beaten better guys than you, but that's not always the case. I think that's why we'll have a really interesting fight here.
Very good round, says Malik Scott. Not sure if Willy Hutchinson might have nicked it. It was a close one, and it's 3 minutes that is set the stall for this. Ezra Taylor very quick up off his stool in the blue corner. 13-0, Willy Hutchinson's won 19 of 21. He's fought at a much higher level, amateur and pro, but Taylor fancies this as though this is the coming out party.
Not allowed Willy to settle into that rhythm.
For a nice right hand, and he rolled under the left hand of Hutchinson. That's when you could throw that right again, double up the shot.
He was so good, Hutchinson, stopping Mark Jeffers in 7 in the autumn. He really believes that he's going to become the best 12-stone 7 man in the world. I mean, better be Ed Bivol.
He said the best fighter from Morecambe as well.
And he's very, very good. But we need characters like that, don't we?
A really good duel. Lovely body shot from Hutchinson. He might catch the eye with some of the quality that made him such a fantastic amateur world youth champion. Ezra Taylor, been boxing since he was about 15, but didn't really take it seriously at first, and now it's all change.
Ezra Taylor, when he's under threat, when he's backed onto the ropes, does that left hook go?
We didn't see him in that acid test against Louis Edmondson. Big Steve Woodall, didn't he? And looked good that night.
He did. He did. He managed that fight really well, didn't he? Went through the gears when he needed to, picked the shots nicely. That's a lovely left to the body led, but he's got to be careful with that. But that was a beautiful shot. Disguised it well.
Yeah, really nicely picked from Willy Hutchinson. second round.
He took it well, didn't he, Hutchinson? That seemed a good shot.
It was a great shot, though, from Ezra. And he got a bit of confidence off that.
Well, it was the body shots that hurt him at Wembley against Joshua Buatsi. Hutchinson and Ezra Taylor will know that later on. But what about Taylor's chin? We haven't really seen it tested yet. Hutchinson can punch, 14 knockouts in those 19 victories.
Yeah, and it's more with the way he delivers the shot, the speed, the accuracy. Another right hand just cuffing the target there of Hutchinson.
Fascinating stuff. Meanwhile, backstage, it's a crucial night for Nathan Heaney. Thought about walking away, but how can he let those 3,000 Stoke fans down?
I mean, bit of pressure there, but there's pressure on this one as well. Head coming close together. There was a nice right hand there from Ezra Taylor. Just a reminder, he's got tuck up.
Third of 10, light heavyweight division. The WBA Continental belt on the line, property of Ezra Taylor at the moment. Willy Hutchinson believes he's levels above Taylor. He's got to show it. Has he been edging it for you, Cole?
I think I probably have it around a piece at this stage, actually. Ezra Taylor had a good last round. I thought that Willy done enough to win the first round. But we can see what Ezra's trying here. He's trying to be aggressive and be on the front foot. I think one thing Willy has to be careful of, the things that Willy's saying in the build-up to this fight about him being the best guy in this division, he believes it, he genuinely believes it, and he thinks that Ezra Taylor is a level below him. He can't fall into that trap. I'm too good for you, I just have to show up and I'll get the wins.
Neither really being able to establish that lead hand. Just trying to get in a rhythm, that's better. Double up with the shots.
One apiece, says Carl, one apiece, says Fabio. So, interesting first couple of sessions. Hutchinson, 2 on the fan zone. I can see that as well. They're close rounds. Hutchinson with raiding tactics. And I think he's landed the...
Popping the shots out for a nice counter left hook a minute ago. I'd like to see him put the right hand on the end of the shot, but also to see Ezra just step in behind that jab, a bit more authority off the front foot.
Just look at him, hands down, elected to go southpaw, back and forth, is going deep into his amateur armory. This is excellent from Willy Hutchinson. Taylor very close with a combination.
I don't mind fighters with good reflexes to have their hands low. I feel like you can get your own shots off a little bit better when they're shooting up the way rather than coming straight out from the shoulder.
Talk about the confidence of Willy Hutchinson. I was speaking to Ezra Taylor at the end of last year. Overlook the confidence of Ezra Taylor.
You know, he's got a great attitude, Ezra Taylor. I mean, to take himself away to America, all the money it costs and the dedication, and look, he's in incredible shape. Taylor, good work from Hutchinson on the inside. I've liked this round of Willy Hutchinson. There's some classy moves there. As well, of course, so many fighters. I was over the road at Bowlers last night. Carl Davis increasing his undefeated record. There's Craig Richards, Ben Whittaker. There's just so many in this division.
Yeah, there's plenty, isn't there? And I mean, there's big fights off the back of this for the winner here, or the loser as well, depending on how competitive the fight is.
That was a big win, wasn't it, for Hutchinson against Craig Richards?
Ezra Taylor just out of range there, but he's got a good jab. Fundamentals that Malik Scott has been working on tirelessly. We saw some of the laser on the bag that he was doing in training, the accuracy for Ezra Taylor, but he's an awkward sort, Willy Hutchinson.
I think it's been that variation that has allowed him to land the odd shot, keeping Ezra Taylor guessing and thinking all the time. He switches, he sort of darts in and out, he'll throw heavy shots like that, and at times Ezra Taylor just struggled to get to grips with it. That's better. Just firing back the counters himself.
2 guys in front of us. It's clear that Ezra Taylor's the bigger man. Probably has to work a little bit harder to make the weight. So at some point in the fight, he'd like to be getting close and trying to impose his style. What he can't do, what's really important that he can't do, if you're stiff and tight against Willy Hutchinson, that's a dream for him. He just fucks your head off all night. But Ezra's having a good go here.
It's a bit of a dream for Willy Hutchinson when he got a phone call from Shelley Finkel, who's over there in the front row, the man who's guided the likes of Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, been involved with the Klitschko's, and of course, Deontay Wilder's long-term manager. He's got a busy week, Shelley.
This is good boxing, this, from Willy Hutchinson. I want to see 2 phases. That's better. Nice jab to the body from Taylor, then the right hand upstairs. But I think it's 2 phases of attack. Go, then go again. So the educated pressure. Concentration key as well.
The jab's been decent as well here from Ezra Taylor so far in this fight.
You're right, Carl. It's not always landed, but it's been effective to the body there as well. It's just keeping Hutchinson at bay. Try and predict that one.
Well, anything could happen next week. Literally anything could happen.
And it's all been happening tonight. Darren and I were saying, Carl, that 2 on the left of the bill and 2 on the right of the bill have won. So we've got upsets already. Great matches as this one starts to heat up in the 5th round.
Yeah, that was a good shot there from Willy Hutchinson. It just seemed to stiffen up.
I think he's got to be aggressive on the front foot. Stab that jab into the chest of Willy Hutchinson, then you can work back upstairs. As I say, he switches a lot, doesn't he? When you're switching, you square for an ever so slight seconds, and then you stab in and go upstairs. So a bit more force on the front foot from Taylor required.
See there, Hutchinson 2 up for Fabio. And on Fan Zone, winning every single round. I've got Hutchinson in front.
Very one-sided, so I mean the judges could be seeing it completely different to us. A good body shot there from Ezra.
He needs to go again, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He throws 1 shot and then that's it.
3 judges. Remember, it's just 10 rounds this. WBA Continental belt on the line. That's Ezra Taylor's. He's defending that and an undefeated record.
He's got his legs on the inside, Ezra. He's almost trying to trip him up and spin him round.
Quick hands, though, inside to the body. Lovely work from Willy Hutchinson, and a really thumping punch there. Minute to go, the 5th, and Hutchinson's a fact now on Taylor with these swings. He's been cute and clever, Willy Hutchinson. Yeah, I think the pedigree and class of Willy Hutchinson is there for all to see. And is Ezra Taylor just getting frustrated here? Another right hand. It's a good session for the Scotsman.
I think you said it, Carl. He needs to loosen up a little bit, doesn't he, Ezra Taylor? Let the shots flow, loosen those shoulders.
To deal with this sort of Hutch train. Comes back at him. But that's another round in the bank. Let's get to Lawrence Okoli, who's with Dev. In Joe Gallagher's gym, Lawrence Okoli, Tony Yoka training down with Don Charles, who of course is back with Daniel Dubois in his heavyweight season on DAZN.
He doesn't, Big Lawrence doesn't really get the recognition he deserves yet, I don't think, as a heavyweight. He never gets mentioned in the kind of top brackets of them guys that are chasing the big fights, but in my opinion he should be.
Well, we'll see what happens in Paris. Looking forward to that one, April the 25th. Second half of this light heavyweight division. As Lawrence said, it's really interesting, the consistency of Taylor, the flair of Hutchinson. What do you prefer?
Yes, not much in it, is there? But look at that, total punches landed. Just a 9 more for Taylor.
Very close. Power punches for Hutchinson, jabs landed for Taylor. Yeah, the judges might have it in 3 different ways.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this, Coach. Close. I do have Willy in front. You know, Ezra started the first minute of this round reasonably well. That was a good shot from Willy.
It was a good counter left hook.
He's always moving. Brain ticking over. Good body work from Taylor. Again, there's chance, and here he is at ringside. Daniel Dubois. Thought maybe we'd have some fireworks outside of the ring. We'll wait for a few weeks for that one.
Look, I'm looking at this one as well. This pace is suiting Willy Hutchinson down to the ground. And that's down to Ezra Taylor now, just to up it. You've got to be busier.
See, next to Frank Warren, he's got to work with us.
He's grafted.
He's grafting very well. He's excellent. So is Willy Hutchinson, I think, at times here tonight. Ezra Taylor can't get frustrated. He's been working very hard.
he's got to get a lot closer to Willy Hutchinson if he's going to lead with that right hand.
I think Malik's going to be really important as this fight goes on. We've only a few rounds left, but I think Ezra listens to his advice.
The deep breaths there from Taylor. Lovely jab from Willy Hutchinson. He's in a nice groove, isn't he?
He is in a groove, a rhythm. I think he's enjoying it in there, Willy Hutchinson. Reading what Ezra Taylor's doing and delivering pot-shotting.
Keep the discipline, yeah?
Dr. Nico Wolf, who has a real connection as well with Willy Hutchinson. Lovely left hand. He's just landed the shots that you remember, and he looks, Carl, more relaxed to me.
He looks a lot more relaxed, and the problem here now for Ezra is he's starting to fall behind in this fight, which means he's going to have to come forward, which will suit Willy. We talked about Malik Scott a lot, and I think he's a very good trainer and someone that's very wise, but Marco Wolf and Willy's corner is also an important part to play in this fight.
Very important. Last four. How have you got it at home? He's been very slippery, cagey. I thought he's judged distance really well tonight, moving from orthodox to southpaw. You can see the quality that he possesses as an amateur. And at 27, he has got time.
He has. Although he's used, as I said, I think he could try a little bit harder, if I'm honest. I'd like to see a change in tempo. You don't want any regrets as a boxer after a fight.
Fabio gave Ezra the last round, so a couple up, but I think the majority will have Willy Hutchinson in a lead. Of course, the three judges are what's mattered everything on the fan zone to Willy Hutchinson. They like his rhythm, they like his boxing, his class. And
yeah, he's first and third there, wasn't he? Yeah. Really, really smart boxing, lead in and then being proactive. Just a nice spring in the step, isn't there? Really down to Taylor now. He's got to force something. I think stab that jab into the body, double it up. Then you can throw that right hand. He's just reading this far too easily at the minute, Hutchinson.
His ring IQ is excellent, isn't it, Willy Hutchinson? He knows where he is almost all the time. He glides. Fantastic boxing. A little more. You're right, Darren.
Changing tempo is so important, and you get that by using your feet more aggressively. Use your head, move it side to side, stab that jab into the body, then look for the right hand, but then go again. A single attack is not enough against someone who's elusive. Certainly, by the looks of it, enjoying himself in there. Got to take him out of his comfort zone. Again, this is really good work from Hutchinson, but there's an opportunity here.
At the weight and Willy Hutchinson's movement, that's a bit better from the Nottingham man, going to the body, but more combinations are surely needed as Hutchinson's out of range, slippery as an eel.
These last couple of rounds, Willy Hutchinson has reminded me of Emmanuel Augustus. Remember him?
I
the
do
drunken
remember
master?
him. Not just the boxing world, but the sports, the music, the entertainment. I think if all goes according to plan over the next couple of years, we could have an absolute superstar.
When the division is searching for its next star. So much promise, but this is a real test tonight against Jermaine Franklin.
Next, as the Magnificent Seven delivers Queensbury, live on the global home of boxing, the Zone, 3 to go in this one, and Ezra Taylor needs surely these last rounds. The right hand is good, but it might be that he has to throw caution to the wind and take the fight to Willy Hutchinson, who just has boxed at his pace, Carl.
Yeah, he has. The last few rounds especially. Ezra's kind of allowed him to do what he wants, but I think a lot of that's down to Willy's awkwardness and Ezra not wanting to commit just in case he gets countered.
He's just got, I know we've said it a couple of times, he's got relaxed, because what's happening is he's so tense, Taylor. He's just showing the shots, and someone who naturally counterpunches like Willy Hutchinson, he's having a field day.
But also you've got to remember the pedigree.
Well, look, Willy's just had that foundation from a child, and sometimes that's the difference when guys like Ezra, you know, pick up the sport a little bit later. Willy's already maybe 6 or 7 years of experience behind him, and it counts for something. We're two different sports here, but the amateur experience certainly counts, and Willy was a much better amateur than I was, that's for sure.
Really digging in with the right hand, Ezra Taylor, and the jab. There's a bit more urgency now.
this is the place that he really feels at home, doesn't he, Willy Hutchinson? This is where he can express himself. There's so much confidence naturally. That flair has always been there.
That's a great line, Darren. Expressing himself, and we've heard all the interviews and the way his mind wanders at times. But in the ring, he's switched on, he's focused, and he loves it. He's at home there.
We see it with Brad Pauls earlier, didn't we? We're going to have to see something from Ezra Taylor here. Got to find something meaningful. We've got to try and hurt Willy Hutchinson here.
He's trying desperately hard here in the 8th round. Taylor inching closer, hunting the body. Can he trap Hutchinson in his own corner? But in terms of class and ability, there's been a gap tonight.
Yeah, there has been, but just I want to pick up on the war speech from Malik Scott in the corner. If that doesn't get you fired up to try something, nothing will. Great advice for him. There wasn't really much advice about from trying to inspire him to go forward, and that's sometimes all you need.
It's a massive pot of gold, it really is, and I've said this before, the last thing you want as a fighter is regrets after a fight. I could have done this, I could have done more. Go out there and grab it, go and win it. Look at the score there, 78-74, and a commanding lead. Hutchinson
Proving himself again on the big stage. He's relaxed, he's boxing really nicely, shown us good moves, class, not panicking, not twitching. It seems to be a twitchy performance from Ezra Taylor. Can't seem to. But should Taylor be doing more?
Like you pointed out, he is trying, just loading up with that overhand right, and again, someone who moves as quick as Willy Hutchinson. That will play into his hand. Nice counter left hook though from Hutchinson. And do you know what he does so well, Hutchinson? He always tries to get back to the centre of the ring. He always allows space behind him, and that allows him just to get out of range every time Taylor looks to attack.
He reads a fight so well.
Yeah,
he looks so comfortable. I do as well. It might not all be fireworks, but remember, he's got plenty of knockouts too. I think he's put on a really classy performance tonight, Willy Hutchinson. Ezra Taylor's still got time, and he's got power. But Hutchinson really taking the fight to him now, planting his feet a bit more.
He fancies this, doesn't he? Doesn't need to change a great deal, though, does he, Hutchinson? Doesn't need to get drawn in. Doesn't need to take anything silly. Doesn't need to throw this lead away.
With Ezra Taylor and the unbeaten record and 2 defeats on his slate, can't afford another one. And he's boxed beautifully.
Many people saying that.
But his unbeaten record and his WBA Continental belt is slipping away. He's like a predator too, and cool out of the ring. Willy Hutchinson's boxed really well tonight into the 10th round. Ezra Taylor just caught in a storm. He's got to go for it. He might leave gaps, that's the problem, but he's got to do it.
Yeah, he's got to throw the kitchen sink at Hutchinson, but just allowed Hutchinson to land a nice overhand right and a left hook.
The corner screaming at Ezra Taylor.
It's a good job there from him.
Nothing after it. That's when you got to throw the right hand.
Yeah.
And the level, the class he's been operating in, but I do think also that World Youth title and the natural fluency that he brings to a ring. Look at the way he judges the distance again there, Hutchinson.
And you have to say, it's fair, it's accurate, isn't it, what he was saying? I have been at a different level to you, Ezra, but I mean, we all here at ringside have Willy winning this quite comfortably, but I don't think it's a fight where you look at Ezra Taylor and think, you know, he can't come again or he can't do anything after it. He's been in with a world-class fighter, in my opinion.
Absolutely not. He's 31, Ezra Taylor. If this is his first defeat, of course he can.
You can come back from a defeat. Willy Hutchinson, no, completely written off after Leonard's class. That was a shattering defeat. Then against Kovacs, he never feels sorry for himself. He dusts himself off, he gets back in the gym and looks to regain some momentum.
And this hasn't been shattering for Ezra Taylor, who's still trying to get the combinations going. It's just been frustrating that He hasn't been able to really make a dent on Willy Hutchinson. The three judges, we don't know how they're seeing it. They might, for me, the quality with Willy Hutchinson tonight and the way he's navigated the 10 rounds has been a joy to watch.
Been in a lovely flow, hasn't he? A nice rhythm. He's had everything his own way through large parts of this contest. The speed, not just with the hands, the reactions, the feet. He's a bag of tricks.
And putting the polish on as well. The natural ability of Willy Hutchinson at 27 is a threat in this World Light Heavyweight division.
He's so elusive. Very, very rarely gets hit clean, and I think it's been a great performance by him.
I think he's painted a really beautiful boxing picture tonight. Willy Hutchinson. Ezra Taylor's tried ever so hard, but Willy Hutchinson puts on an absolutely supreme display of boxing from start to finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Bence Kovacs scores it 99-91. And both judges, Steve Gray and Jean Robert Laine, are in agreement. They both scored the same, 98-92. All for your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBA Continental and WBO Global Light Heavyweight Champion, Willy the Hutch Train Hutchinson!
Unanimous and wide. A beautiful picture painted on this boxing canvas by Willy Hutchinson, proving his quality at 27.